I'm Ben Hooper, and this is Weekend Odds and Ends, a special Friday edition of the UPI Odd News Minute for May 17th, 2024. Welcome to Weekend Odds and Ends, our weekly roundup of the missed odd-portunities that didn't quite make this week's podcasts. Congratulations are in order for Marie Fowler, who at the age of 83 has become the oldest ever graduate from Howard University in Washington, D.C. Fowler, who previously earned a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees from the Maple Springs Baptist Bible College and Seminary, walked across the stage this week to accept her doctoral degree in divinity. Fowler said she initially wasn't sure if she would make it all the way to graduation when she decided to go back to school. She said, "It was never my thought that I would go beyond maybe 1 semester, because, after all, I had been out of school since 1959. I didn't even know if I could retain information." However, despite her doubts, Fowler managed to earn her doctorate in 3 years. Fowler not only made history as the oldest graduate in Howard University's history, she is also a member of the school's largest ever graduating class. Speaking of reaching new heights, firefighters in Minnesota used a supersized ladder truck known as the Tower to rescue a cockateil that escaped from her owner and became stranded on a hospital window ledge. The Duluth Fire Department said on social media that the cockatiel, named Nina, escaped from her owner and was located on a 6-story window ledge at St. Luke's Hospital. Firefighters arrived with Tower 1, a truck bearing a 100-foot ladder and bucket, and went up to rescue the precariously perched parrot. The firefighters were able to coax Nina into a cage and safely bring her back down to Earth to be reunited with her owner. Moving on from ill-fated flights to train-stopping sights, the East Japan Railroad Company said about 2,700 passengers experienced delays when a snake was spotted aboard a commuter train. A passenger on the JR Yamanote Line train in Tokyo alerted personnel at Shibuya Station to the presence of a slithering stowaway in the 8th car of the 11-car train. The train was stopped at Komagomi Station, and passengers were evacuated so staff could search for the fare dodger. The reclusive reptile was not located, and the train was returned to service after about 15 minutes, but passengers were kept out of the car where the snake was seen. The train made its last stop at Osaki Station and was then taken to a maintenance center, where an employee found the nearly 8-inch snake hiding under a seat. Police took custody of the serpentine scofflaw, and it was identified as a young Japanese rat snake. Officials said the non-venomous snake would be released into the wild. Railroad officials said about 2,700 passengers experienced brief delays as a result of the sighting. In other discoveries, a Google search led to a 95-year-old retired seamstress being reunited with a sculpture of her likeness that was thought lost nearly 40 years earlier. Italian immigrant Maria Polsoni was chosen by her Manhattan employee, Cozen & Sons Tailors, to be the subject of a 51-inch sculpture to adorn the business's lobby 4 decades ago. The sculpture, which was made by encasing Polsoni's entire body in plaster, adorned the lobby of the tailor shop for several years, but it vanished when the business changed locations. Polsoni said she assumed the artwork had been destroyed, but her granddaughter, Jennifer Polsoni Hepner, recently decided to see if it was still intact somewhere. Polsoni Hepner and her husband, Brian, said a Google search for the keywords "woman sewing statue" almost immediately led to the discovery that her grandmother's statue was at an antiques warehouse in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Polsoni Hepner purchased the statue for $600 and decided to donate it to the new Italian-American Museum on the Lower East Side. Polsoni was finally reunited with the likeness of her younger self when the statue was unveiled at the museum. She said, "That's a piece of me. It's a big honor for all Italians, all of Italy. For me, I feel like a princess. I'm lucky. This is a very big moment." For these stories and all of the week's best national, international, sports, entertainment, science, and odd news from United Press International, visit UPI.com.